All right, so we've just finished the Global Peace Festival kickoff event, and how do you think it went?
Brilliant, and quite a change, I think, from some of our previous events. A bit more music, a little bit less talking, which is, I think, the direction we need to go in. And the most poignant moment for me was when I went to the toilet, and I felt like I was back in the club, back in university. I hadn't had that feeling for 15 years. I thought, oh, I'm back in the nightclub. So that's how old I am, but anyway. Yeah, no, that was. I mean, I think it was good. People let their hair down in the end. I was a bit worried at one point that they were all going to sit there, looking worried. But in the end, I think they relaxed, which is wicked.
And anything that you learned from having done tonight's kickoff, especially in relation, obviously, to the main event that's going to be happening at a much bigger venue with a much bigger crowd?
Yeah, I think there's probably a lot of things for us to learn. It's hard for me to figure them out right now, but when you get a group of people who are from very different backgrounds, different interests, different fields, we need to think quite carefully how to really fulfill the needs or the interests of all the different types of people there. And that's not an easy one to crack, but I think the exhibition, which is something we want to develop, having a proper exhibition which really, isn't just a few tables like we had tonight, but a bit more full on, would make a big difference.
Okay, and any highlights for you personally?
Highlights, well, like I said, feeling like I was back in the nightclub, back at university. That was a bit of a euphoric experience, and I haven't danced for a while. I mean, I know I'm probably sounding very boring now, like I never go out, which is probably true. But that was a highlight, and just to see everyone also who decided to stay on for the party, getting down, regardless of their age or their religion or whatever, and that was, I think that was a special kind of feeling for everyone to be together.
And I noticed some members of your family were here tonight. What did that mean to you?
Yeah, it was good. My brother came down, and I mean, of course, my brother, he as usual, he missed my talk by 3 minutes because he came down late. But and then he proceeded to try and persuade my dad to go off for a meal. But he's my younger brother, so you've got to forgive him.
Okay. All right. And what were, I mean, from now...
Oh, my dad loved the breakdancing. He almost looked like he's going to take up breakdancing, which at 71 is not a bad kind of thing to get inspired by, I think.
Okay. Now, based on tonight's event as a launch event, what's your thinking now in terms of the development for the Global Peace Festival? What do you want to do next?
Yeah, I mean, one thing I feel quite strongly is that it's still a bit of a shell, it's still a bit of a concept, and we need to, next step, we need to directly get in touch with a lot of the people who were there tonight and engage them, and that's the, again, difficult one for us to crack. How do we engage people genuinely in this process? So one girl, Emrita, came up to me, she said, I'm in my gap year, I'm free all summer, I really want to be involved, I really want to help develop the Global Peace Festival. So she gave me her email, I gave her my card, and we have to see what she can do, and what's her passion. Like Patrick was saying on the stage, people should get involved based on what they're passionate about, and I think that maybe that's the theme we can develop. What's your passion, something like that, and I think that is the next step, getting people engaged so that they feel it's theirs. A lot of what happened tonight was organised by our secretariat, our headquarters staff, who, of course they should be involved, but it should be a more kind of more horizontal, spread out kind of group of people, not just top-down organisation, but much more freedom and initiative for a wider group of people to have their input really and help develop the creativity.
I'm sure you'd be planning to have some kind of evaluation meeting, but
yeah.
Would you be open to the idea of some of the partners who are actually here tonight and those potential partners who were here tonight coming along to that evaluation in order to help you to take things forward? Yeah,
absolutely. I think as the founding partner, the Universal Peace Federation, we need to get much better at giving the space and the microphone to our partners to have their input. And I mean, one thing also I did before this evening, I went round to a lot of our local communities to somehow engage them to come along tonight. And one thing I am happy about is one of the main detractors, one of the people who I felt was really one of the main detractors in terms of the whole concept and everything, in one of those little local meetings tonight, was really like kind of wound up and excited and very, very pleased, which, you know, I appreciate his kind of constructive feedback over the last couple of weeks, but I was happy to see that, you know, looks like we're doing something right as well.